Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in today's video we are checking out what is by far the best limited edition Xbox Series controller ever. But first, a bit of history. Now, for as long as I can remember, I have been on Team Xbox. I even had the original Xbox 360 back in 2005, and I've stuck with it. More recently, there's one main reason why I keep going back to the Xbox platform, and that is Gamepass. With Gamepass, you have access to over 300 titles from the Xbox lifespan. This includes some great titles like Assassin's Creed, Battlefield, Doom, Forza, Halo, The Outer Worlds, plus tons more. It's a great package that allows you access to all of these games plus tons more from only starting at $9.99 a month. It's a way better option than spending $70 on one game when it's released, plus Game Pass also has day one games. Some upcoming titles include Lies of P, Forza Motorsport, Fable, and my personal most anticipated game of this year, Starfield. So in today's video we are checking out the limited edition Starfield Series controller from Xbox. And like I mentioned, it is by far the best design of any controller I've ever used, so let's take a look. Currently this controller comes in at around $79, but is sold out in a ton of places. However, I will do my best to link it down in the description below. Now, my main Xbox controller at the moment is actually the Xbox Elite Series 2 for a ton of reasons. Now, this is mainly for fast-paced shooters like Battlefield, Fortnite and Warzone, and that's my primary use. This has some great features that make multiplayer games feel a bit more snappy. From the 4 paddles on the back to the 3-stop triggers for faster response, it's a beast when it comes to second-to-second gameplay. However, a game like Starfield is more about the minute-to-minute gameplay, or based on the length of the game and the scope of the game, mainly more hour-to-hour gameplay. So all you really need is a really solid controller, and this one has a bit of a bonus with a really nice overall design. The colour scheme is all about getting that feel of a ship in your hands. You have a great multicolour design with the two-tone grips designed to resemble a spaceship's panels. There's a great deep red panel on the back which has some text related to the game, along with the logo just to remind you where the batteries go. And in general, the whole controller has a nice soft touch feel to it. Now, of course, it is going to be a mainly white controller, so we will see how the discoloration goes over time, especially after putting hundreds of hours into a game like Starfield. Up front, we have a great metallic bronze accent on the D-pad, and you've got the constellation inspired colour markings are on the Xbox home button. Again, this looks awesome once the controller is actually powered on. And honestly, I really can't wait to be playing some Starfield. I'm getting a little bit bored of some of these multiplayer shooters at the moment. Warzone's dropping off, Battlefield is not what it used to be, and I don't think I'm good enough to play up against these 12-year-olds in Fortnite anymore. So for me, sitting down and playing a game like Starfield with hundreds and hundreds of hours, I'm really looking forward to it. In fact, Starfield is the first new universe from Bethesda in over 25 years. It's a next generation role-playing game set in space. You create your own character and then you're off exploring and finding out the secrets of the universe. You have a ton of freedom to play the game at the pace you want in the way that you want. There are around 1,000 planets to visit, fight on, research and of course explore. And of course you can click the link in the description to join Constellation to be kept up to date with all of the news on Starfield running up to its release in September of this year. The rest of the buttons and thumbsticks do feel a lot like other Xbox controllers released in the last couple of years, but of course buying a controller it all feels very new. But of course it's what's around the buttons that's actually kind of cool. On the left stick we have the throttle control, which I can only presume will be the controls in game, and you have text on all of the other buttons. You have camera and data on the view and menu buttons, and all around the face buttons you have things like exit, lock, mode, scan, plus tons more. It also reminds you of the grip that you get with that two-tone design around the back like I mentioned before on each side of the controller at the bottom. I also love the bright red accents on the stems of the thumbsticks. However, the best part about this controller in terms of design is by far the LT and RT triggers around back. This has a great transparent design to them. You can see all of the ins and outs of the controller here, along with the bronze vibration motors. When you're playing games, you not only feel these, but you can see them spinning around. This spinning motion is actually what gives that feedback while playing your favourite game. It basically represents the windows of a spaceship, and I feel that it brings everything together. There is also a speckled grip pattern to these triggers as well, so that even if the game does get a little bit tricky, you do have that grip that you need. And overall the controller just acts like a normal Xbox controller. It feels great. I have been using it with some of my favourite games more recently, and again the controller is brand new so it does have that really new feel to it, but in general I think that Xbox has one of the best and most ergonomic controllers out there at the moment. And I can't wait to be putting a ton of time into Starfield when the game releases on the 6th of September this year. And that's going to do it, guys, for this video. Of course, I'm going to have all of the links in the description down below for things like Gamepass, Starfield, and of course the controller itself. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Also, while you're down there in the comments section, let me know your most anticipated game for this year, or just in general what games you're currently playing. If you're not already subscribed, now's a great time to do so. And of course, don't forget to turn on the notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.